This is Gary Brecka, owner of 10X Health, human biologist and mortality expert. And for the next 24 hours, I'm gonna be trying his $100,000 morning routine for free.
Port of Miami, and we're in time for first light, so.
Yeah, you always talk about the first light. What's up with the never missing it?
I mean, that is the one thing I'd never ever miss, that and breath work.
And that's exactly how we're starting the morning off. We are starting our morning off with breath work and first light while grounding our feet into the earth. See, this morning routine is a part of the superhuman protocol off of Gary's website, which you can purchase for $133,500. Or you can do the free version by getting outside, grounding your feet, and doing breath work. Next part of the morning routine is going to be cold exposure, which you can do if you have a cold plunge. If not, you can always hop into a cold shower. Gary's rule of thumb is 3 minutes minimum, 6 minutes maximum.
Take healthy pasture-raised eggs, take a fistful of berries. Sometimes I'll eat a little bit of arugula, organic black pepper. That right there is a breakfast of champions.
Let's go, man.
Alrighty, next part of Gary Brecka's morning is actually getting to a breakfast. So we did the morning routine, we got outside, we grounded, we did our breathing, we did our cold shower, and now it is time to eat. So what do we have here? Well, we have eggs, avocado, and some blueberries. Now, not just any eggs, avocado, and some blueberries. He's actually very specific about what types of foods he puts into his body. So in terms of eggs, we have here pasture-raised eggs. When it comes to eggs, Gary is very specific about them being pasture-raised because it doesn't matter if it's organic or not. Pasture raised means that these chickens are out on the farm eating grass, bugs, worms, everything that they were meant to eat, versus that if they're not pasture raised, they're eating whatever they feel like feeding them. And most of the time I believe it's like grain or something like that. And if you look at the difference in the yolk, I mean, this thing is like golden orange. It's probably the darkest yolk I've ever seen on an egg. As well as we have organic blueberries with avocado as well. And so if there's one thing that he says to be very specific about when spending money on foods that are organic versus like not organic, he says if you're gonna spend money on organic, do it for your fruits, because the skins of the fruits absorb the most herbicides, pesticides, insecticides through the skin, and you want them to be organic. I actually really love organic frozen fruit, so I just basically take that organic frozen fruit, throw it into a bowl, leave it in the fridge overnight, and then in the morning it's good to go.
I would spend money on organic fruits because non-organic fruits absorb pesticides through their skin. You know, a non-organic fruit is just fraught with pesticides.
And then last but not least is half an avocado. So very, high protein, high fat, low carb meal. Yes, there's fruit, but berries are actually the lowest on the glycemic index. Those are the fruits that he sticks with, anything that ends in berry, blueberry, blackberry, raspberry, strawberry. This is Gary Brecka's breakfast every morning. This is what he has. And I'm a big fan of all of it, really. I like eggs, I like avocado. I do enjoy carbs. He's more of a keto, individual, but I mean, this is good too here. Let me tell you something, avocado and eggs, so good. I will say the quality of these eggs, big difference too. The way they taste, super good. You can almost taste the difference between organic and non-organic foods, because the organic, it just feels clean in your body. In terms of healthy eating, Gary is a big fan of the food coming, from the soil to the table. For it to take the least amount of processes to get from the soil to the table is what he is a fan of, which I agree with. I think that is probably one of the more healthiest ways to live. Now, for those that are maybe into bodybuilding, wanting to build more muscle, this might not be the most, ideal route in terms of food. But if I'm just looking to be a healthy individual and have a, good amount of lean muscle tissue and be able to work out and just live a long and good quality, version of life, this is a style of eating that I would definitely go and eat in. And even what I cook the eggs in, I didn't use any seed oil sprays or even olive oil. I actually used a beef tallow to actually cook the eggs in. So the fats are actually very, very high, but tallow is an extremely healthy fat. And if you go and cook any of your foods over the stove, I recommend as well as Gary, there's only really 4 oils that you need. You need a coconut oil, a tallow or butter, and then an olive oil. It's all you really need in terms of like your oils in your life. Get rid of the seed oils, make a huge difference. They're super inflammatory in the body. And since kind of knowing this information and not just focusing strictly on like calories in versus calories out and actually looking at the different quality of foods that I'm eating, I can say it does make a big difference in the way I feel, the way I function throughout the entire day, energy levels, all of that. So if you're interested in taking your health a little more seriously, I highly recommend it.
I take those vitamins first thing in the morning. They're highly specific to me.
And that concludes the morning routine.
That concludes the morning routine.
Alrighty, last part of Gary's morning is taking some vitamins. So what I have here is a vitamin D3 as well as a vitamin B complex. Take these down the hatch. And what's interesting about like vitamins in general, well, to start with, you have vitamin D3, which there are hundreds of vitamins in your bloodstream every single day, and your body, believe it or not, is only capable of making one of those vitamins, and that is vitamin D3, and half of the population is actually deficient in this supplement. And I actually learned this from Gary, and since taking vitamin D3, I actually can feel a difference in my overall day, my energy, brain fog, mood, as well as all the other benefits of the morning routine, like raising your emotional state, just the way you feel on a day-to-day basis, and being able to perform every day and not kind of have that very sluggish, slow feeling that I used to get before I actually started doing this morning routine. So it's highly worth it. It's like 10 to 30 minutes out of your morning every morning to do this, and it makes a huge difference in your day. This morning routine has made a huge difference in my day-to-day in terms of getting more work done, my workouts, the way I feel, my energy, mood, and much more. The moral of this video is that there are simple things that we can do every day to live a longer and better quality of life. We do not have to go out and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this. Simple things you can do for free every single day.